Hello everyone, welcome to another Hallow Sees It video. Today I'm doing a how to play and solo playthrough of Eury Dice Games Away Team Bingo. This is a push your luck roll and write game, and it is space themed. You are taking your away team down to a planet, trying your best to discover points and hopefully don't lose too many of your crew along the way. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of the rules, and then we'll dive right into playing sheet one, the basic version of the game, and we'll just kind of roll through the game itself. And I am also going to be doing a full video review of this game. I'll put a link to that in the description below. So, again, the goal of this game is really you're going to have three different trips or rounds. As you go to each of these different areas, you are going to try to bring the right crew along, hopefully for those specific missions, are going to help you add discoveries that you will be able to take back to your ship and score you points. The other main element of this is the bingo here, right? So we have these different grids, and you're going to score bonuses and points for given basically bingos of vertically, horizontally, diagonally, these specific bonuses, as well as collecting some different elements as you go along these special progress tracks. So, that being said, the rules here are pretty straightforward. We have some specific crew members that we can take along on our different trips: the commanding officer, engineering officer, science officer, medical officer, and some Marines. They're going to help with specific situations as we find ourselves exploring these different continents on the planet. So the roll, or the main element of this game, is you're going to start out by rolling the die. Well, first of all, you're going to choose who you are going to take on your missions, what type of officers you're going to bring with you, your crew. Once we've established that, the basic mechanics of the game is you're going to roll a die that's going to go with or coordinate with a specific column. Then you can decide if you're going to continue with your mission, or if you are going to go back to the ship and bring back any of those discoveries with you. The thing is if you go and push your luck and you find yourselves and you lost all your crew, you're not going to be able to bring back any of those points from that round. So after you've decided whether you're staying or go, obviously the beginning of the round will keep moving along. You will then roll the other die, which will coordinate with a specific location. Given those locations and your crew members, your configuration of your crew, who you have remaining, will trigger different events based on each of these different icons. The rules have a nice description here as you go through all the different locations of thematically what these are going to look like. That being said, on the sheet itself, you have a very handy key that is you are able to reference the different locations, and if you have the specific crew members identified with them, what you are going to achieve, and if you don't have those specific crew members brought with you or still with you, what the other consequence may be on that journey as well. So then you're going to process the results. We may lose crew members along the way. We hopefully are discovering points as we go along, or we may also be gaining some along on these different progress tracks. And basically, as you go through this, that's kind of the main makeup of the game itself. With the solo game scoring, we do have some a reference here of, our game end score, where this would put us, how well we did considering, our solo gameplay. There are some advanced rules. There's some different sheets. So this is sheet 2 for the basic game. Basically just changing up some of the grid here. With the advanced sheets, it's a little bit different. They added a little random element here of selecting a crew. Then you're going to go to these different locations randomly at first, and then you'll follow up with these other locations. And you'll see an icon in this lower left. There is kind of an advantage, a particular advantage to take that type of crew member on those missions because of the given ratio of different locations, which are different than like in the base game. So provide some, replayability, some variability to the games there. Obviously, there's a lot of variability within the game itself as well. But each time you play, so you could play this same sheet over and over again and have a very different kind of situation. I will mention before I dive into this solo play here that as far as multiplayer, this is designed for 1 to 6 players. It takes about 10 to 30 minutes to play, and they say ages 10 and up. Given that, when you play with other people, you are still going to roll 1 die. People are going to decide what they're going to do. Then you're going to roll the other die. Everyone's going to use that same result. Now, they may be on a different mission than you, and make potentially different decisions. There's also some circumstances here when these specifically here, if we don't have a medic on our team and we have these different events happen, we have to roll the die and we will randomly potentially lose one of our crew members. There are some situations where our Marines here may specifically get taken out by some aliens. The main thing that we want to avoid here is this alien horde icon. So that one, I've pushed my luck. I had, a 1 in, 4, 5 chance of hitting that. Hitting that can be very detrimental because you lose all your crew. And if those are not Marines, they are going to count as officer losses, taking huge negative points for that and ending your mission early. So let's see if we can avoid that this game. So let's go ahead and take, at least for this first game, we're going to take the suggested crew, which is basically one of each of the main crew icons. You can draw their little commanding corresponding icons here, basic versions of that. We will take our commanding officer. We'll take a science officer here. We'll also take an engineer. Can't leave anywhere without an engineer, right? And our medical officer can help us out in so many situations, either by keeping, so our own people are not dying, getting some discovery points, as well as, keeping us, can also help other aliens out. So if we come across an alien, can heal the alien, it's going to give us some extra points. We also have the Marine, of course, for safety, right? Hopefully they don't get us into too much trouble when we visit the aliens, but they can help keep us from losing discovery points as well. So we're going to go on this mission here as mission 1, and we have one of each of our crew members here. The other thing as we go along, we can kind of explain some more, but there are some transporter things that we can utilize here as far as teleporter failures. We can basically use one of these to shift our result to the left or right. or up and down. We can do that twice, each of those different directions. And we may be utilizing those, right, to avoid these situations that would put us in negative harm's way. Or we may be utilizing these to push them into get these different bingos, if you will. The bonuses specifically for every vertical column is +7 points or discoveries, and +10 for every row. And if we're able to do one of these main diagonals along here, that's going to multiply our current number of discovery points by 2. So hopefully we can get a lot of discovery points, and then near the end, get a diagonal, multiply that by 2. That's the hope here. All right. So let's go ahead and start with this game. You only really need 1 die. We'll start out with a 3. Get this column. No real huge hazards here. We're going to roll that again. Go forward. We get a 3, 6. So again, early on, I'm not going to be utilizing a lot of these. We're just going to hopefully we'll get through and get some points rolling as we go. So here, this is one of the ruins, I believe. And so we go up and we check this and we say, okay, find that symbol on our key. And do we have a science officer? We still do. So we will get +3 points. If we didn't, we'd actually still end up with 1 point. So we'll keep track here that we have now 3 points, and we've crossed this off. And we go again. 6 and 1 puts us right here. This is an alien encounter here. So if we have a commanding officer, which we do, he's going to be able to speak with him and get some trade for us, do all sorts of good. We're going to get 2 more discovery points, bringing our running total up to 5. Cross that off. Gets one of those diagonals going for us. We're going 6 again. Now, this is kind of an interesting mechanic here. Whenever, when we get to it, if you're ever to go mark off a spot, but it's already taken, you're going to go to the next, going down to the next one. So if we were to roll a 1, it would cycle around and we would go to 6. So we are always going to be marking something off. Anyway, we rolled a 6. Let's see what we roll here. Another 6. So this is basically some open land here. We're going to spend some time and energy here sending off our Marine to survey. So for this symbol here, again, finding that in our key, we find that we get to mark off one of these survey blocks per Marine that we have. Now, as we discussed at the beginning, we took 1 of each type, but in a future mission, maybe we'll load up on some Marines and see if we can get along this progress track a little quicker. But for this case, we do get to mark this off. Nothing bad has happened to us yet, so knock on wood. But that's good. We're going to cross this off, and we are going to survey. We have 1 Marine, so we're going to mark off 1 of these little areas. We have to mark off all 3 before moving on to the others. All right, not a bad start. Ooh, another column here. Again, let's see here, not a lot. There's no alien horde, right, like this one here. That one's going to be the scary one. But right now, we're looking pretty good here. It's interesting, this city here, if we roll that, and have a Marine, we're going to randomly lose a crew here because the Marine has caused us some trouble. It's one of those a little bit unique here. If we don't have a Marine and we go to the city, we actually get more points. Well, let's see what happens. A 3. Look at that. Just talked about that. So we are going to the city. We have a Marine. He's going to cause some trouble for us. We're going to cross this off, but since we do have a Marine, there's this headstone symbol. We need to roll the die, and randomly we're going to lose one of our crew here. They are numbered here. A little hard to see. Bring it up here for a second. There's random numbers, so there's numbers associated with each of these crew. So if we roll a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, we're going to lose one of those crew members. If we happen to roll a 6, it is a lucky day for us, right? Because we will not lose any crew. So let's see what happens here. Oh, we rolled a 2. Our science officer, sad. Our science officer has died. Any single time you lose a crew member that is not a Marine, we're going to come up here and cross off one of these headstones. We are going to lose, at the end of the game, 1 point for that. Sad day. But we got another marked off here. So we get looking pretty strong for a bingo in this column. Okay, we're going to 3. Lots of opportunities to survey. We got 1. So still have our Marine. That will mark off one of those boxes. 6. All right, so we're coming back here. I'm all for that. We don't have our scientist, which is unfortunate, because then we're not going to be able to get any of these science icons. So we rolled a 3. So this is a situation where we already have this. So we're going to go down 1. So that will actually make us back to our ruins. Unfortunately, we don't have our scientist, but we still get a discovery point. Still learn some things, just not as much. We're going to go running total of discoveries, goes up to 6. This is good, though. If we get that filled out, that's going to be +7 for us. That was not much of a roll there. We go to column 1. This is terrifying. But we do have all of our teleporter failures that we can shift around away from that alien horde if we need to. So let's go for it. We're in column 1. And we're going to 6. All right. Well, unfortunately, our Marine is going to get us into some trouble again. We're going to mark this off. Because we have a Marine, we have to roll that die. It's like, kind of hope we take out the Marine, right? He can protect us in other situations. But in this case, we are losing our Marine. So we lose our Marine. But we don't need to mark off an officer loss because it's just a Marine, right? All right, so we've got that all taken care of. Now, anytime we go to these cities, it would have given us 4 points. It looks like I was just seeing there's one more city there. You'll notice here on this grid here, specifically for this basic version, these dots actually show how the frequency of those symbols on the grid. So we have lots of these open areas, and that can kind of help you decide on what crew you may want to bring, etc. All right. So yes, there is another opportunity, one more opportunity there, that if we get that, we'll get +4 now because we do not have a Marine. 5, column 5. Looking pretty good here. If we get that factory with our engineer, we'd get to cross off one of the tech. That would be nice. Let's see what happens. 3. All right. So this is a little unfortunate. We're going to cross this off without much happening, without gaining anything, because our Marine is no longer with us. We don't have anyone to go out and survey, so we're not going to progress on that survey track anymore this round. Remember, we have 3 more missions or rounds that we get to do. All right, to move it on, we're going to column 1. Still got lots of things up our sleeve. All right, so this is an interesting situation. So we have this. It is now going to come down 1 because it's already marked off. This brings us to an alien encounter here. If we had our Marine with us, we would have lost the Marine specifically. If we don't do anything, we're going to lose 3 points if we don't shift away from this. I don't necessarily want to do that this early, but let's just show you a teleporter failure here. So we've shifted down here because that's already crossed off. We would have to normally take this minus 3 points and cross it off. Instead, I definitely don't want to go to the alien horde. We're going to shift over and use one of these side teleporter failures and shift over here. Now, not gaining us a lot of here, but since we have a medic, we're not going to lose anyone. If we didn't have a medic, someone falls and we're going to have to randomly lose someone. In this situation, nothing really happens other than the fact that we get to mark this off. All right, let's see what happens next. We go to 4. All right. And 2, 4, 2. We have this alien here. We still have our commander, which is excellent. So it's going to get us plus 2 points. Cross this off. Our running total of discoveries is up to 8. Go into column 2 now. Looking pretty good. I'm happy with this column right now. Oh, we got it kinked. Let me re-roll that. All right, we're getting the 1. 2, 1. Now we visit our city without that Marine getting us into trouble. That's going to get us 4 points, taking our running total up to 12. All right, we're in the scary column with the alien horde here. There is another alien horde here as well. But we still have some teleporter failures up our sleeve, so we can still get away from that. We got a 2. All right, so we come across an injured alien here. We luckily have a medic with us and is going to heal that alien, scoring us some points. Let's take us to 14. Going to 3 and 3. Another alien here with our commanding officer. He's going to get us plus 2. Looking good so far. A bingo check here. We got a couple opens here. All right, so we still need to plug away a little more. Going to 1 and 4. All right, so we definitely don't want this to happen. This is our alien horde. So we can spend 1 to shift over. With that, we get plus 4 with our engineer. We could go up or down. That's not necessarily wanting to go up because we don't have a Marine. We could go down and that would score us 1 point. This is a poison, but with our medic, we are going to learn more, get a little discovery out of it, and we don't have to lose someone. I think we'll use that one for now. Keep our options open. If we were to use this one, that keeps us, we can't do any more side steps. So we'll use this one. We'll come down here, mark this off, and get 1 more point, taking our running total up to 17. Oh man, I really don't like the rows with those alien hordes. Now again, if we roll a 3 or 2, it's going to bring us down here, which not terrible. If we roll a 6, it'll bring us here, randomly lose someone, but we still have some options here, so let's go for it. 6, that brings us down to here. Oh, let's see. So we don't really have many options here, unfortunately. So one thing I haven't mentioned yet with these teleporter failures is that they don't wrap around like you do with the numbers of the die roll. If it's chosen, it goes down. It has to be directly left and right or up and down to that icon. So I can't spend it to go like here and then that's up and go around. It's directly adjacent to it. So my only option to avoid this is to go to the alien horde, which I don't want to do. So that takes me to just take it. We have to just take this one here. Because we don't have a Marine, we're going to lose 3 points. Not the end of the world. But that does make this column even more dangerous because getting down there, we can still step to the side. So that's still an option. We get away from column 1, can't do it. But if we roll a 3, 2, or 1, that would be good. Or if we roll this, we can do a sidestep and get away from it. So we'll go ahead and keep going. Awesome. Taking the 3. That'll take us to the next available one is this one here, which is the factory. Gonna cross this off. We do still have our engineer. So we get to mark off one of these factories. So now we will have at least 1 point from that track. As you can see, progressively gets worth more and more at the end of the game. Hopefully we can get a few more factories, science symbols, and survey some more locations. So column 1 is pretty dangerous, but we still have a means of escaping that alien horde. Again, taking the alien horde is not something I want to do. Even though this completes this column, that would get us 7 points. However, we would lose the rest of our crew, which would be 3 more losses here, taking us up to minus 16. Doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me in this case to mark that off. So hopefully we can stay away from column 1. Got a 6. That's more like it. Let's see if we can get this column crossed off. 5. We're going to have to lose a crew member. And you know what? I think I failed to lose a crew member here, didn't I? In my excitement of avoiding the horde, I forgot to roll my die for that. So let's first figure out who we're going to lose. Hopefully no one. 5. We've already lost that, so no additional loss from there. Here, we're crossing this off, and we're going to roll that right now. We don't have a Marine to protect us. Take the hit. We are going to... Oh, wait. No, it's not. Okay, hold on. I'm messing up. This is lose 3. We did lose 3. I just need to lose another 3. Sorry. So now we're down to 11 points. My apologies. I think I fixed that. Okay. Well, I'd be okay rolling 6 again, even though we wouldn't be able to get... We would lose a crew member, but that would get us 7 points. I don't know. We can try to get some of these other columns here. A 2. All right, 2 is good. 2 is good for us. Let's go for it. We get a 4. This here, I can't remember what that symbol is, but we do have an engineer, and it's going to get us 4 discovery points. So we're running total up to 15. Oh, man, we cannot get away from that 1. This puts us in a very interesting situation. So I can bank the 15 points, which I think is what we're going to do. The reasoning behind that is no matter what we do, we're going to encounter this alien horde, and I have marked off this final spot. So that would make it so that we cannot really use the teleporter failures here to get away from it. And we would have to mark it off. We would lose all our discoveries, lose more crew. This is not good. But this, so again, you roll that column always first, and then you decide whether you're going to stay or go. I think we need to cut our losses here and take what we can. Unfortunately, looking at our grid here, we did not add, we weren't able to get any more bonuses from our bingos here. But that's all right. I'm going to take the 15. We only lost 1 crew, and we got a little progress here. So we go up here to our ship. We're going to document 15 points. As you can see, there's some mission 2, mission 3 in light here. I will also mention this is the low ink version. So they are going to have available. This is going to be on Gamefound, and they are going to, that's going to start on October 7th, I believe. I'll put a link to that in the description below as well, and to their website if you happen to miss the Gamefound, the campaign that they're going to have going for this. But it includes a high ink version with great graphics behind it and everything like that, that you would maybe take to a print shop and have that, you know, done, laminated, and then you could reuse it over and over again. This is simply the low ink version. Do it at home. So that's the end of mission 2. Let's go on to mission 3 here. Or sorry, the end of mission 1. Let's go to mission 2. We'll start this one here. Again, they are a little bit different, shuffled up, but each location has the same amount of symbols. We did a decent job here on the last mission, but let's change it up a little bit. We are going to take our commander. He got us quite a few points this last go. I want to bring, maybe we focus on the tech since we didn't get a science last time. So I'm going to bring an engineer again. And I really like having the medic along as well. While the scientist is really nice, we're gonna bring 2 Marines. Give us a little more options here. Maybe we'll be able to get some more surveying done before we lose those. All right, so let's check this one out, this area, this continent, as we go exploring. Starting out with column 5 and 3, of course. Those go into a city. We have a Marine, so we have to randomly lose someone. Not a great start. And of course, the Marine fumbles up and the commander gets taken out in the chaos here. We have to mark one of those off as well. Not a great start to mission number 2 for us. 2 and 6. And of course, we just lost our commander. It's unfortunate, but we do learn some things as we interact with the aliens. So we're going to get 1 point. 1 discovery point. Not much. Here we go. Column 1. Got the Horde to worry about in this column as well, but there's a 2. So, got another just +1. Taking our running total to 2 this mission. We go 2 and roll again, 3. Our science symbol. So, science symbol, unfortunately, I forgot, you don't just not get the science symbol, but unfortunately, I am going to lose a random crew. Number 4, it's a Marine, so we don't have to mark that off, but we did lose a Marine. That's no good. 3 and 3. All right, this is a spaceport. Unfortunately, without our commander here, we are in trouble. So instead of 5 points, we are going to get -2. That takes us back down to 0. At this point, I'd point out you can never go below. 0 in your discoveries. 1 and 2. That takes us down to here. We still have a Marine. So that, unfortunately, is going to have us roll that die again. 5. Takes out our other Marine. Well, we did not utilize our Marines to survey at all this mission, so that did not go as planned. Let's keep at it. 6 and Looks like that's a 2. All right. Luckily, we still have our medic. That kept us from losing another crew. No bonus, no discovery points there. Roll a 1. Oh, man. All right. No alien horde, please. All right, here we have the open land. Unfortunately, we lost both of our Marines. We brought 2 along, and now we basically just cross that off. We don't get to progress on the survey anymore. Oh, that's rough. 2. Feeling okay about this one with our medic still in hand. We got those covered with no Marines. This would now give us 4 points. So feeling pretty good about this. This row is our friend. 4. That's going to get us, without a Marine, +4. So up to 4 points. This is a good column. Let's keep rolling 2s. No, got a 3. All right, got that nasty space sport to worry about now, but it's all right. Let's go for it. 3 and 3. Of course, we rolled that. Of course we would. So back down to 2 points. Going to 5. Let's see if we can get that factory. Cannot. Another nothing, basically, because we don't have those Marines helping us out. 3. And a 3. Since that's already taken, we're going down 1. This one here, we do have our engineer, however, so that's going to get us 4 points. Taking us up to 6. Got a 2. Yeah, you like that one. And a 4. Takes us to nothing. So you just keep progressing until you have an open space. 6. Okay, this is a little bit of a scary column for us. A 1. Hey, that's good. I'm going to cross that off. We have our engineer still. That'll be +4 points, taking us to 10. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about these bingos here. See if we can finish this row. Maybe this column. This column is going to be a no. Let's see here. 1. Ooh, boy. We're still okay. We still have not lots of options. We can still shift this up to avoid that alien horde. So let's go for it. 2. This is going to wrap around for us. So this goes a 2, a 1, back up to a 6. And with this factory and our engineer, this is perfect. We're going to cross this off. If we didn't have an engineer, that's -5. But with our engineer, we're going to cross this off, and we're going to cross one of these off. Progress on our tech track. 2. Good with this. 3. Takes us down to the poison. We have a medic. Poison gives us +1. Well done, medic. Bringing in a point, saving lives. All right, let's see if we can roll a 2 again. Finish this column. Yes. 2. Doesn't really matter what we roll, because no matter what, it's going to end up here. This, we have a medic. It's going to save crew life. Since we now have this column, bingo, that's going to get us +7. We're going to be up to 18 now. All right, we're looking pretty good. This diagonal would be good if we can double our points. 4. Hoping for a 4 again. Got a 3. Nothing there with our Marines. Can't scout. Closer here, but again, those alien hordes are going to make this bingo not worth it. 3. So without our Marines here, we've got -3 here, a -3 here. We do have a medic, so we're looking for a 4 or a 6. We'll do nothing. a 1. All right, well, it's not great. Without Marines, we're going to lose 3 points. Down to 15. Going 3 again. All right, not the best column, but and a 1. Carries over. Okay. Come on, give me some more bingos. 2. All right, so here's a situation where this whole column is filled out. So for me, this shifts it down 1. So that takes it to column 1, which is not great. This one here, we don't have a science officer, but it would still get us +1 point. And we have means of really making that happen. So let's go for it. 4 specifically, right on. So don't have to use a transporter failure for this. And we get +1. That taking our total to 16 for this mission. Already better than the last mission, right? Okay, this is not great. All right, this is not good again. Oh, I really wanted to get one of those diagonals. Let's see. So unfortunately, that 2 brings us to here. These transporter failures, we have nowhere to go. So if we wanted to take this, we would get a +7 here. Unfortunately, that we'd lose everything anyway, right? Because this alien horde. So that is not good. That's going to be a stop the mission right here. So that's going to be 16 points from this mission. And we have 1 more mission left. Not a high scoring go this round. Let's see. Mission 3, final mission. Which crew members do we want to take? Again, this medic, I think we're going to, maybe it's bad luck to put it in the 1 spot, but we're definitely going to take a medic. And I'm going to take an engineer again. See if we can progress that track along. Oh, these Marines. I'm almost tempted to bring two engineers. So if we lose one, we still have an opportunity to move that along. You don't have to bring all 5 either. Kind of an interesting element that I haven't really played around with much, but you can only choose to bring like 2 or 3 crew members. The chances of someone dying and losing someone, so if I were to only bring these 2, anytime we would randomly lose someone, we'd roll the die, and if I rolled a 3, 4, 5, or 6 in this case, I wouldn't actually add to my officer losses at all. I kind of want to move along these survey and tech tracks though. So let's go ahead and just try this. We're going to bring 2 engineers along with us. And we're going to bring 2 Marines again. All right. See how that does for our last mission. Give a roll. Column 1. And 5. Excellent. So this is one of those open areas where we can send our Marines, which we do have at this moment, to go scout. So we're going to mark off one of these hexagons for each Marine we have. So we have 2. So we're going to mark off this one and this one. Progressing along. Excellent. See if we can get some more of those. 1. Oh boy. Got cities to worry about. 5 brings us down to 4. Unfortunately, no science officer, but we do get +1. Get 1 point on in the discoveries. 4. Yeah, let's see if we can get that factory. Oh, so close. So this is interesting. So with this here, again, I can basically lose a Marine. Not a choice. If I go here, I will lose one of my Marines. Or I can just use one of my transporter failures right now, which I think I will. I've been kind of holding on to those to keep me from getting into trouble with those alien hordes. But I'm going to spend one right now to bump up and get that factory so that we can bump up on this track. Now, there's only one more factory available. But, hey, some points, right? So let's do that. Column 5 and 6. Luckily, we have our engineers here. We get +4. So that's going to take the running total up to 5 for this. Going to column 3 next. And 1. 3, 1. Excellent. We still have our Marines, so they're going to go on a scouting mission. We get to mark off 2 more. Six and 4. Excellent. These Marines are excellent scouts. Should look at promoting them here in the near future. We get to mark off 2 more scout survey areas. 6 and 1. Someone would die if we didn't have our medic, but we do, so that's excellent. Keep going. 2. Not having a commander. The commander is nice with those spaceports, but let's see what happens. 1. Here we go. 2-1. Without that, we're going to lose 2 points. Down to 3. That's all right. 4. Do some more surveying. Nope. We got ruins here. Give us +1. Takes us to 4 points. And let's see. We got one more factory still. Hopefully we can get that. 3. And a 5. Excellent. We do at least have 1 engineer, so that's going to get us +4 points, back up to 8. 4. Not too bad. 1. Takes us up to here. We do have a Marine, but we do have to lose a Marine. So we cross this off, and one of our Marines gets taken out. Should we take out the 4 or 5? Let's take out the 5. Again, Marine, so we don't have to mark off one of those. 2 and a 6. Luckily, our medic gets us a +1 with that. So we're up to 9. 1 and a 2. Unfortunately, we still have a Marine at this point, so we need to roll to randomly see who is taken out. 5 or 6. Nope, that's a 2. One of our engineers, but we still have another one. Was an officer though, so that puts us with a greater point loss there. Column 2. Still lots of options here. 6 down here, we still have a medic, so that's going to get us +2 actually, taking us to 11. This bingo wouldn't be too bad for us. 3 and 1 wraps around here. We get a survey 1 because we lost that 1 Marine, right? So we're not getting 2 anymore. So 1 more here, though. That's good. And let's keep going. Got a 1. And a 6. That Marine still causing trouble for us. Hopefully. Yes, rolled a 6, so we did not lose someone on that. Getting close to some bingos. 5. Okay, let's get that 3. Okay, nope. I don't want to necessarily move that around. We might as well take the -2 now, I think. Got some good opportunities for bingos, though, if we can get into column 6. I can't do it. 3. 2. Our little alien friend will get us +1. Taking us to 10. 3. And 4. Medic saves someone else. Getting close to bingo on there. 4. Looking okay. 2. Medic saves the day again. +1. Taking us to 11. Getting close. 4. And a roll again gets us a 1. Wraps around to the science symbol, which we don't have, so we do need to lose a crew member. Oh, come on. What are we looking? 2, 5, or 6? Excellent. No luck. No extra loss there. That's good. And lots of opportunities for bingos if we could only just get this. So 5. Looking for that 3, hopefully. 4. So this is interesting. I really want to make sure we get that. It's going to bump us up. I guess it's only 5 points, but if we stick with the 4, we could potentially lose because we have a Marine still. We could potentially lose another person, and it could be the engineer. Well, I don't know if it's the smartest thing, but I want to make sure that we're able to accomplish what we set out to do. So we're going to do that. Shift us down 1 here and mark this one. Excellent. Okay. 2. Okay, so we have the Horde here, but we still have left or right, so that's not too bad. Let's go for it. 6. Start us up here. We gotta come down to the alien friend. He gets us +1. Up to 12. Still no bingos. That's crazy. 1. It's doable. And 4. So unfortunately, this takes us out. With the Marine's going to get taken out, but we don't lose points. Nicely done, Marine. All right, let's keep going. 6. So we can still pull away from that Horde, and maybe we can finally get some bingos. Hopefully a 5 or 6 or a 1. Of course, we rolled a 2. Of course, we rolled a 2. So we can't go up. We basically, our only option here to avoid terrible, terrible failure is to use one of these and shift this over. Get +1. And hopefully we can continue. It's really risky now. You can see the push your luck element really strongly here as well. But again, I know I'm in column 5 now. So I'm either going to lose a crew member randomly, potentially, we may not, or I could lose my other, or I already have, I lost my Marine. Okay, so now we're +4 or -3. So that's not bad. Let's continue. Hopefully get this one, 4. Or a 6 will do it. Remember, wrapping around, starting and going down, and then wrapping around. We start at the 6. No Marines. So this is going to cross this off. We're going to get +4 points from that. That's 17. We have a bingo here, which is going to get us +10 points. So that's going to be 27 now. Okay. So again, rolling this 6 is really tricky because I can't get away from that Horde. But it's 1 in 6 chance that it would happen. Otherwise, I would get some more big points here. Whoa, that's tempting. All right, let's see what column we're going to be in, though. Because there's some other, 3 or 4 or 1 are still good big point grabs for me. So, of course, it's a 6. Okay, unfortunately, I don't have means of moving up. So this is really, if I roll a 2, I'm going to lose a lot of points. I could stop and bank 27 now. And I don't lose these from mission to mission, as you've seen. So I already have some good points there. But I would still lose the 27 if I get that alien horde. And I would lose 2 additional crew members. That is really risky. Last time I did this, it turned out really bad. But if you look at it, here, +1, it's not a huge gain. But if I get a 1, which would take me up here, or a 6 or a 5, this would get me +2 points. This one's -3, but either one gets me +10. Oh, that's a tough one. I think I'm going to push it and just hope for not a 2. Ooh, a 3. All right. So not what I was hoping for, but we're still in the game. We get +1. That takes us running total to 28. Okay, let's not roll the 6 again. Not yet. A 5. That's doable because that's going to get me, yeah, let's go for it because that's going to be -3 points. Doesn't really matter what I roll. Without the Marine, we're going to lose 3, but that's okay. It takes us to 25. But we complete this bingo and sets us up for another one. Vertical bingo +7. So we're at 32 now. 4. 4 is not bad for us. It's not anything, but we'll take it. And nope, it's going to give us this. So we're going to get plus. Oh, here we go. Moneymaker. So vertical +7 takes us to 39. And we just completed a diagonal as well, which is going to multiply what we have now by 2. So that's going to be 78, right? 39 times 2. Hoo-wee, that's looking good. Let's see if we can get some more points before we end. 2, Alien Horde is an option here. But if I still have a move to the side, transporter failure. So we could shift it over if we end up there to the science. We would potentially lose a crew member, but there's only a 1 or a 3 would do that. And another 7 points. I mean, if we could get the other diagonal, that would be amazing. Well, let's go for it. I mean, most likely it's going to put us here, and we're going to have to shift over. We're going to potentially lose a crew, gain 7. It's -7 to do that, though. I don't know. I feel like maybe we've pushed our luck as much as we want to. Well, let's just do it. 6. Of course, it's going to go down there. We're going to use our transporter failure, as we expected we would need to shift over. Without a scientist, we need to roll this, and hopefully not a 1 or a 3. It's a 4, so that is excellent. We gain this here, which is +7, taking our total to 85 this mission. So much better than our first two. So we can roll and see what happens. Hopefully we get a 1. That would be great. All right, so if we get Alien Horde, game over. We lose lots of points. Don't want that. We potentially could get, 10 points here, but it is just not worth it. So this is going to end this mission, but it's been highly successful. I'm going to go back to the ship here. We get 85 points. Now we look up our progress tracks, and we, for the survey, we were able to complete these first 3 stages, getting us 9 points from the surveys. Science, we got nothing. With our tech track, however, though, we've been able to get up to 16, which is great. So 16 more points. And with our officer losses, we ended up losing 3 officers. That's going to be a -9 points for us. Let's see here. Do some math. So this is 90, 100, 116, 125. Let's see here. 125 and 16. That is 130, 141. -9. That is, 132? So 132 points. Hey, that is great. The first attempt playing this game, I had an Alien Horde. I pushed my luck, and it did not go well. Lost a lot of officers, a lot of negative points, plus you don't get to recover any of those points from that mission. Very detrimental. But it really does provide a lot of, push your luck element of, hey, can I push this and get major points? If I could get both of those diagonals in one game, that's pretty significant. Yeah, lots of fun. 132. Let's see how we did against the solo reference here of 132. Not too bad. So looking at our solo game scoring, we surpassed Marine, the XO. Puts us right in the captain. Very nice, 132. So captain, this all feels very familiar. So 132, pretty middle ground, it looks like, for the most part. I mean, not terrible, right? If we would have gotten a few more points into 150, that would have put us in the Commodore. That would have been very nice. But 132, I think that's a very admirable completion of this journey. We saw, hopefully, a few... I saw how the game plays, right? Which is hopefully, what you're looking for. Lots of fun, some interesting decisions to be made prior to going on missions. Again, as you saw, as we progressed, we did not luck out in the science early, but we did get a few tech. So I went kind of heavy on engineers, 2 engineers from my last mission. I think that worked out well for us to grab those extra points. And it's, interesting kind of the point breakouts of this and the benefits, and then you're kind of rolling in the city's really interesting with the Marines, and kind of that, like, if you have a Marine going to the city, you're like, oh man, they're gonna mess things up again, potentially. But if you go and you don't have Marines, that +4, we got +4 quite a bit from our engineers there. I really love having the medics there helping ensure that we don't die. Their points are not as great, potentially, with the science symbols and these other points available, but very important, I think, to bring those on the mission, from my perspective. Not a lot of bingos. This first mission we had to kind of pull out early. And it's kind of interesting thinking about these, transporter failures in, hey, when do I utilize these so that I can benefit from them, or trying to hold on to them. They do have some limitations. So, I think we used them really well again this mission 3. But no bingos here, relatively low scoring, 15. We had one bingo here, but we did have to pull out fairly early, even with not using any of our transporter failures this round, this mission. But definitely paid off here. We can only make these other missions as successful. Maybe we need to put our medics, lead with our medics always, huh? So anyway, that is Away Team Bingo. Hopefully you enjoyed this solo playthrough. Again, we'll do a video review here, link in the description. But Eury Dice Games, this is the first game that I've tried of theirs. Really fun roll and write experience. And I know they have some others, so I'll be excited to try to check some of those out as well. And again, if you are interested in learning more about this, I'll do a full video review, as well as you can check out their website. I'll put a link to that, or their campaign if you're watching while that's up. So again, this has been How Lou Sees It. Thanks for watching.